All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for Thursday, the 21st of January, 2021. We've got the moon moving through the early and middle degrees of Taurus, all right? The moon is exalted in Taurus, stable. It's about my emotional needs, okay? It's really interesting what's going on with the energy right now. My emotional needs, okay? I want stability. I want security. All right, financial security, Taurus, okay? Stability, my home, all right? I care about my house. I care about my possessions, my things, all right? I want to make sure that I have security, okay? And Uranus is shaking things up, and we don't know what is stable. We don't know what is secure at this moment, all right? And it's like we have Mars here, Mars in Taurus, all right? So Mars is a ruling planet of Aries, okay, which is about me, myself. All right, it co-rules Scorpio with Pluto, right, which is about not just what I have to offer, but what the group has to offer, and collectively what we put in together, right? Where the Taurus energy is about my things, you know. So it's like Mars and Taurus here. This is about my things. I work hard for my money. I work hard for my house. I work hard for whatever it is. You know what I mean? You work hard for what's yours. And then interestingly, we have, let me pull this up here, and this is going to be going on all day. Venus is going to start to trine to the moon, okay, and it's going to happen really early on Friday morning, okay, at like 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning. It'll be exact, but it's worth talking about now because it's going to be happening all day. So we have Venus, the ruling planet of Taurus, up here in the government, okay. We want stability, we want security. And then we have Pluto here with this septile going on as well, transformation of government, okay? Money in government, okay? Transformation of money, government, breakthroughs, me, my money, my emotional security, radical thinking, radical behavior, instability. All right, where we want stability, this is saying, I'm not sure if I can give you stability. Well, now what's going on here in Uranus's sign? Well, we have the Sun, we have Saturn, we have Jupiter, we have Mercury. Okay, so we're communicating, expanding, and creating more laws and showing up in this aspect for the community right now. When I was meditating on this earlier, like what is going on here? The first thing that popped up was taxes. That we potentially might have some sort of new tax thing going on. I don't know, in the United States here we have a new president. You know, that new president has a lot of Scorpio energy in his chart. You know, look up his chart. He has a moon in Taurus. However, he's got a lot of Scorpio energy in that chart, which means specifically Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the Sun. Which means old Joe isn't going to be the first person to be as honest with everything as you'd hope to be. You know what I mean? He's got that moon in Taurus, which makes there's like a stability to it. But at the same time, it's like, well, you know, the cards are in my hand. You know, it's like you can't see the cards in my hand. It's just a mystery to you. You know, I could be holding a royal flush. I could be holding, you know, duds. And that's my power. You know, I keep that power with me knowing more knowledge than you. You know what I mean? And interestingly, that Scorpio energy kind of has that, you know, where it's just like, I'm not going to necessarily tell you everything that is necessary. You know, I'm going to tell you what I think you need to hear or what I think is good for you to maintain status quo, to maintain the power balance, okay? Very interesting, you know, and so something's going to be happening with our money here in the United States, at least, something happening worldwide with money. We already know this, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with money, so it's just a time to be very aware. I'm not an astrologer telling you to go pull your money out of your bank account or your, you know, whatever accounts, crypto accounts or your stock market, you know, it's just something's going on with money. And it's just now beginning and it's just now starting. So let's just keep that on the tip of our awareness. That's like the majority of our day deals with finances and emotional stability, to be perfectly honest. You know, because we've got Mercury here, Jupiter, Saturn, again, expanding, making new laws, communicating between the group. And then interestingly enough, you know, sitting with this Pluto Chiron North Node transit that's happening here, this quintile, okay? This is about understanding my personal power, my personal authority, and what do I view as my authority versus what do I view as the outside authority, okay? That's the beauty of this transformational healing new knowledge quintile that's happening here between these three, all right? Between Pluto, between Chiron and the North Node. It's like this energy really wants us to understand that we have more power than we think. We give it away. We think we give it away, and if we give it away, we think we have less than what we actually have. But again, this energy is suggesting that every dollar is a vote. Every single thing that you put your money toward, you're voting toward. And I don't mean to sound, political, but it's just about us understanding where we're taking our power back at is what we're voting for, what we're spending our money on, and just in our own minds and our own hearts, understanding that we are individuals. We are individuals that make up the community, that make up the many, and each of us have an opinion, have a voice to be heard, something that we valuing ourselves. Okay, this is loud. And then we have, lastly, we have Jupiter at 7 degrees creating the septile to the South Node, okay, which is further stating things of the past, traditional aspects of the past, we're leaving behind. Okay, Jupiter, septile to the South Node. South Node is in Sagittarius, which deals with the collective group thinking. Okay, this deals with the minds of many that collectively come together and said yes. So this is like every great astrologer coming together and saying, Mars, we can all agree Mars is about action. Pluto, we can all agree that Pluto is about action and transformation, transformational action. We can all agree that Saturn is about limitations, pressure, structure, and order. You know what I mean? So it's just like once we all have this like common knowledge and understanding, then it's like we pull it into this group. So here's this. So it's like Vedic versus Western astrology. Both brilliant. Both make so much sense. I personally don't practice Vedic, but I've had my chart read Vedic, and I think it's very fascinating. I'm born in the United States, so like with the Western, to me, it fits, and it's I associate well with it. However, it's brilliant. So this is like, the tradition would be like this Vedic astrology. And then all of a sudden, this Uranian energy, and all of this energy happening in Aquarius, okay, this is like Western astrology coming out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, ba-boom, it's just like, well, these minds of all these, gurus or whatnot had gotten together, and this made sense in India. And now over here we have all this, these individuals getting together, creating something different, this Western astrology, which equally has strength and validity in its own. Okay, so this is that traditional past, new. Same, old astrology, Saturn, reality, Capricorn, reality, and Neptune was the illusion, right? And then modern day astrology, this thinking, new thinking, is that Neptune, the oneness, is the reality, and Saturn is the illusion that the reality exists. So it's like these new forms of thinking come out all the time that challenge the past thinking. Not that the past thinking was wrong, but it's a constant evolution, right? We're perfect yet ever expanding. And this goes with our knowledge. So certainly this septile of Jupiter in Aquarius being expansive with our knowledge, expansive in technology, expansive within the community, forming that septile of the South Node, saying it's okay, my friends, it's okay, family, it's okay, humans, to let go of some of these older traditional values, letting go of some of this old thinking. Not that it's bad, not that the old thinking was wrong. It's like entering this age of Aquarius. It's not that believing in Christianity was wrong. It was a natural step of evolution of humanity and through religion, and through understanding the cosmos. We had to have the age of belief to get to the age of knowing. And now that we're in the age of knowing in this digital awareness, it's like everything is out. The beans are all being spilled. And now it's up to humanity to put the pieces back together. And that's where we're at. We're at this falling apart stage. We can't, it's like we see now. There's a camera that shows you what cards are in the hand. You can't keep everything hidden forever. You know what I mean? Which is really interesting why there's this energy with the new president of the United States and like some of the stuff going on. It's like everything's exposed these days. We're in the age of knowing. So you can't keep secrets for that long before something gets spilled or something gets out. And it's fall apart and rebuild to the best way that we can. All right. That's our day. And again, moving forward is about money. Something about money. Venus trine to the moon and Uranus, about money, stability, taking care of our things, our finances, taking care of our home, valuing ourself, the body temple of self, you know, taking care of our own individuality, you know, something like that's going on today. Good energy in the air all around. My friends, as always, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I love you. I wish you enough. Have a beautiful day.